Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to Scarland, a land where we take survival building to the extreme. And we're here with the Scod Ranch house building project. And look at our beautiful house emerging. We have our mountains, and in today's episode, we are going to complete the roofline and the left side of our horse barn. And I've got a level with you, my friends. It's time to be honest with ourselves here, and that is the horses have a fancier house than we do now. And it is a sad fact that I think our horses are going to be living more fine than we do over in the Scod Ranch house over there. But that's okay. I'm happy to give our horses a super fancy house. I really wanted to try to make this as fancy as I possibly could and really take this horse stable to the next level. And I think we've potentially achieved that, and I'm really happy with it. So I've been doing some interior thinking. And like we talked about when we built this section of the build, we want to do 3 horse stalls through here. And then there'll be like a storage room for wheat and stuff along those lines. And then over there will be our saddle storage room. And now on this side over here, what I've decided is this is going to be a staircase that will bring us up to the upper level. And then this zone right here is for our barnyard friends. And then over here, another storage room for maybe breeding materials, you know, hay and carrots and things of that nature will go over there. And then the upper level, I haven't quite decided. I've been considering maybe even building it out into actual rooms. Potentially the people who work in the stables could live on the upper level. I'm not 100% sure, but what I can tell you is it's going to be amazing. So let's get our scaffolding and our materials together, and I'll see you on the roof. It's a great big beautiful day here in Scarland. Look at those mountains and our house over there looking so small and puny compared to this horse barn. All right, my friends, we're going to dive right into it. So we're at the top of the roof, of course, and right in this little section right here is where I want to add the extra eaves to the roof, and I think this is going to make it look really amazing. So what I've done is I've spaced these blocks out here like that, and I think that's going to be a really good distance apart, and then it'll be able to connect with these wings that we built in our last episode. Of course, we're going to do that section in just a little bit. We're going to put these little posts down here like that, looking good, and then we're going to sneak over here and do the same. Now, one of the topics I want to talk about today from our Scar Talk. Now, I always ask you guys, if you have any topics you want me to talk about, just go Scar Talk and then let me know what you want to talk about. And one of them was, what developing technology of today do you want to see in the next 10 years? Something maybe concept, or something maybe it's just emerging, if you will. There's so many amazing pieces of technology being developed right now, and it's absolutely amazing time technology-wise. But one of the things that I think appeals to me most, let me cut this out, is, let's see, medical technologies, and then, of course, and something more practical, I think, for everyone would be self-driving cars. Now, I think this appeals to me most as being a disabled person and having the ability not to drive, and having the potential, like, you could just get in your magic little car and your magic little car will just drive away. Isn't that amazing? Like, it's not there 100% yet in the today of 2016, but in 10 years, for sure, that's going to be a thing. And I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. And the freedom it gives to not only disabled people, but elderly people, is just a small little thing that I think is going to improve the lives of those people with this ability, not to always have to rely potentially on another person to get to said destination. And that is a technology. So that is a technology that I'm personally excited about. But I want to hear from you guys. What technology do you know of today that's being developed? Are you most excited about and potentially having in the next 10 years? You know, it could be very, very concept related, something that's just on the cutting edge. It's still a long ways off, because that's why we're talking 10 years out or something along those lines. But I would probably say that would be it. That would be it. Self-driving cars just seem like freedom. You know, I couldn't even imagine how expensive these things could possibly be. But in 10 years, potentially they are more consumer related, and they're, you know, more accessible to more people. You know, currently they're very, 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 very expensive. So, yeah, I'm just really excited about that. But other technologies, especially medical advances and healthcare, and of course, let's get a little fun here. Who's not excited about VR? Like, I could see this becoming better and better. The current iteration of it, it's good. It's good. I don't currently have it. It's expensive, of course. There's some flaws here and there, but I could see these things eventually in the next 10 years being worked out, and some really amazing and immersive experiences are coming in the way of that technology. It's just so new that I just cannot wait for some very, very smart and talented people to really kind of just revolutionize that field. And I think it's very easy to do that, especially in VR, in the field of, you know, just being able to get in there and really like create the holodeck. Let's just be honest, that's just what we want. We want the holodeck from Star Trek. Oh, these horses, they just have the fanciest house. But those are the technologies, I suppose, that I'm most excited about, would be self-driving cars and then the new and advancements that we're making in medical technology. And then, of course, let's see, put this right there. Beautiful. I think that looks really good. And then, of course, VR. These are some of the technologies that I'm most excited about. But let me know, what do you think? What are you optimistic about in the future? And what are you excited about seeing in the next 10 years being developed and being more, say, consumer friendly and things that are more accessible to more people? And because a lot of these technologies are just developing today, but they're not so much in the consumer realm where it's, something easily purchasable. So yeah, I'm excited about those ones. Those are what I'm most excited about. And like I said before, I think it's mainly like things for me anyway, would be like freedom with the car and then medical advances in technology to make more people healthy. And yeah, I think that would definitely be what I'm most excited about. And as you can see, my friends, we are pulling these eaves together here. And I'm going to try to think of some more as we go along too, be honest with you. So, AI, that's an interesting one we could talk about, maybe in some Scar streams on Twitch, because that's a longer conversation. Let's see, we're just connecting these pieces together like this. And we're just bringing these all the way across here like that. So I'm going to continue working on this and bringing this all the way down to the end. And I'll catch you guys in just a second. And I think we might go scaling that mountain in a little while. And welcome back. And I completed the backside over there. And there's just one small little modification here. Is I want to go, oh, hello, you're not supposed to be there. Get down from there. There you go. I'm going to put this right there. And then I'm going to bring this down to here. And then boom, there we go. That's what we want to do. And we'll sneak back over here and replace that with a stair. Very good. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's going to be really good. So let's pop up here real quick and we'll start working on this little section through here. Now, this is very small. There's not a lot of room to work with, but I think we can get clever in a few areas here. So I put a little bit of scaffolding back here to kind of help here a little bit. And what we're going to start with here is, as you can see, there's a pole right here, and I'm going to bring this upwards like that and then connect it to there. And then what I'm thinking is if we bring this out here like so, we can just get a little sliver of this log from the outside, and it'll just have this little extra bit of detail, which I think will look actually pretty nice. The only kind of problem is I don't think we can get out of here. We've been trapped inside. There we go. Awesome. Oh, hello. There you go. So yeah, I think that'll look pretty cool. So then in these spots, let me pull the scaffolding back up here a little bit, and then we'll connect it like that. And I like that. I think, of course, we can really jazz it up a little bit, but I think this is definitely a good solution for this side of the barn. And on the other side, we'll probably do something a little different, because each side we're trying to do something a little different to keep it unique and awesome. All right, good. I like that. So let me kind of poke around with this a little bit more, and I'll see you in a second. And welcome back. So this is what I've decided for this area, is to fill in one block back from the post with a little bit of milk chocolate and a little dark chocolate along this section right there. Looking very delicious, my friends. I think that looks really good. All right, wonderful. So why don't we get out some scaffolding? Hello, scaffolding. Get in my inventory. There you go, my friend. And we'll scaffold our way on up. And as you can see, this is kind of what I've kind of worked out for this area. I want to have a small window that sticks out right here. So I think this is going to be a good solution. And of course, we'll cut out all of these blocks momentarily, get these guys all out of the way. But for now, let's start working up here. So this little block right here, what I want to do is I want to bring this out. I think I bring this out about 7 blocks. So this is, of course, so that is about 3, and that is 4, that, oh, hello, that is 5, that is 6, and that is 7. We got a sneaky rogue block down there, and then we're going to pull out all of these blocks down here. As you can see, I've kind of arranged these, and this is 3 sets of 6. So let me pull these blocks all the way out. All right, and welcome back. So I had some trouble kind of designing out this window. So I even jumped in a creative world and did some tests over there, but I think this is a good solution for this design. So let's kind of replicate what we've done on this side here. This window was just a little bit tricky. And you know, just sometimes those little small designs sometimes get you in the end where you just can't decide. You know, you can build some giant thing and everything kind of works out, but then sometimes those little details get you sometimes. There we go. So I think that is pretty good. And then we'll work on, let's see, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out by, oh, hello, you're not supposed to be there. Let me grab a half slab. Beautiful. Let me grab that and voila. I think that is good. The only area that I don't like is right here in this little section. So potentially we could knock these guys outward and pull those down. And that looks better. That looks better. I think originally I was only doing, you know, a 2 high window, as this is about a 3. So 3 pieces of wool going upwards. So I'm pretty happy with that design. So potentially, I don't know. I'm just goofing around right now. Just seeing if there's another area we can pull in and add a little extra detail. But other than that, I think that looks good. What do you guys think? I was hoping to maybe even take these guys out and pull them out of the post, bringing these outwards, but I don't know, that might be a little too much design. At some point you do have to kind of back off and be like, okay, we've got it, it looks good. If I continue to add more and more, eventually it's just going to start to degrade from the design. So I think that's good. So my friends, let's fire up super fast build mode and work on this corner over here. End of super fast build mode, and I'm sitting over here looking at my house and I'm thinking about, you know what, why don't we just give our house to the horses and we'll have the barn. Anyway, my friends, let's take a look at our progress today. So let's round the corner, and this is kind of a good before and after picture of what we've done on the top of the roof line, and there it is. There is that little hat that we've been talking about building. I think that came out really nice. Before, originally, it was just going to be a little triangle. Then we added these wings on the sides, and now we've added a hat. Very wonderful. Let's get a better look at this up close. So as you can see, lots of really intricate detail into the walls and the designs. One thing I've been kind of considering is potentially adding some form of green into it, similar to what we've done over at our actual house. So one of the areas that I was thinking that we could potentially add the green is this one right there. See where that little bit of dark oak log is right there? Potentially removing that and then adding some form of a color in there, potentially even doing light here and then dark, 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 and then light there, and then doing the same on the upper level, which potentially that could really add a lot of extra color to the build, which it almost needs in a way. Now let's take a look on the backside, and I know what you're probably thinking, but Scar, you forgot the backside. And well, what we're gonna do back here, and the reason I haven't done this yet, is I wanted to differentiate it from the front by doing extra doorways, potentially even a crane, all of those little details up in the walls that I think would really, really enhance it. And then let's go on this other side, and is that a flying saucer tree? We got to get rid of that flying saucer tree. There we go. So this is what we did in super fast build mode. And as you can see, I think this came out really, really well. It's a little more subtle than the other side because, like I said before, this side's just a little bit more calm than the other side because it just has the one little entrance. And of course, this is how you get into the cow pen within. And I think that came out really nice. And the same on the other side. I think we can do some green potentially in that section right there. And I think that could really, really come out well. But yeah, I'm so happy with this design. I think it came out really well, and I really wanted to try something different. Not your standard barn, not your standard stable design. So I think that definitely came out pretty cool. And my friends, I would love to take a look at what this all looks like on the top of the mountains. And welcome to the top of Three Scars Peak. How about that name for our mountains? I came up with it as we were walking up. It might be a pretty good one. Let me know in the comments what you think this mountain should be named. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video, you have a say in what you think this mountain should be named. So leave me some comments in there and it'll help me know that you are super awesome and you made it to the end of the video. So take a look at this beautiful house down below. And of course, our terraforming starting to make its way throughout the landscape. And of course, there's our barn way down at the distance. Now over here, this is of course where we're going to have our ranch hands cabins. I think that's going to be absolutely amazing right there. And then another suggestion you guys had was potentially like a craftsman's cabin or a craftsman's shed to make furniture, wood carpenters, if you will. I think that would look really, really amazing. And I think this river too throughout here is gonna, I just can't wait till it all comes together. For reference, that is the Scarland greenhouses built way back in 2011. Just amazing to see how far we have come with Minecraft and building in general. And well, my friends, it is starting to get late and I got to get back down there into my house before it starts storming up here. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later.